Fashun&Tings podcast.
Welcome, guys. Another episode. Where's our camera? Our camera's right here. Our camera's right here. Welcome, guys. Another episode.
That's right.
Fashun&Tings, bro.
Yep.
Out here, day are still.
We out.
Welcome. Another Saturday doing this P, bro.
Another one.
Easy. You know what's going on.
Another one.
It's your boy Big Swizz. Out here, bro.
Hey, Big Wiz, you heard?
Big Swizz, Big Wiz. Wiz, what's the word, bro? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man.
Yeah?
You know, it's starting to feel, great outside. So I could really be outside.
Yeah, I understand. Today we have two amazing guests with us today, man.
That's right.
Jay.
Lovely
We have amazing
talents.
Sophia and
Big
Carine.
ups.
And they're amazing designers.
That's right.
Please, guys, I want you to introduce yourself. I feel like just say your name, state your brand, or say the name of your brand and like where you come from. Like just let's just talk. Let's vibe.
See, like I said, I'm waiting for
two
this
amazing
moment.
guests here today, man.
I'm waiting to get
like
to
they
know you
looking
guys.
good as hell. Look at these beautiful women, man. Like beautiful girls doing this thing. All right, feel me? Welcome, guys.
I'm Lela Sophia.
Lela
Okay.
Sophia.
I'm a jewelry designer and a musician.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you sing too?
Yeah.
fire.
Okay.
Fire. Welcome.
Thank you
That's
guys
fine.
for
Welcome.
having
Okay.
us.
Welcome. How about
We
you?
love multi-talented people.
That's
Feel
right.
me?
Artists.
That's the edit.
Okay,
So
multitask.
cliche.
Okay.
My name is Carine. I am a fashion designer. I'm mostly designing men's clothing.
Dope.
And I am from Connecticut, New York area.
Carine from Connecticut.
Dope.
Fire. Welcome.
Dope.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to have you guys here,
Saying
Excited to
Fashun&Tings,
be
bro.
here.
Awesome.
I'm sure Fashun&Tings podcast, you guys haven't even heard about it. And we just put out the word, and you were like, you
Amazing.
come rock with us and see what's really going on.
It's
to
an honor.
get your stuff out there, man. And I saw,
Absolutely.
obviously, we looked at y'all's, your brands, and I'm like, I like what's going on here, man. I like what you do with your jewelry.
Thank you.
I like where your head is at, and I'm like, I really want to get in tune and like speak to the designer, see what's going on. And I spoke to Carine too, just off the brand and like where your head is at with the designs. I'm like, this is something. I want to know whoever is behind like the creation of these brands and these pieces. This look like this guy's care. And I was just gonna like put out an ad. We were just gonna put out an ad and say, hey, if you're a designer and like you have a brand, fuck with us and come on our podcast or whatever. And a good amount of people reached out or whatever, but that's not even the point. The point is your brands are pretty cool, and we're here. We're gonna talk about y'all's brand, yeah. So we're just gonna talk about her brand for a little bit, see where y'all head is at. But yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm also grateful though because like I think that a lot of people don't do this. They don't really reach out and say like, let's link up with other people who are kind of in that same space. So I'm
Right.
appreciative that y'all have that mindset,
Of
and that's
course.
what y'all doing right now.
Same.
of course, that's
Should be
fine.
great.
Thank you,
No,
thank
it's
you.
awesome.
Out here, day, I try to do the best that we can. Try to do the best that we can. You feel me?
sure.
Word. Where's how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great, man.
Yeah?
I was just, when I walked in and I first set my eyes on this beautiful woman right here,
Feel me?
I was just able to tell, like, Sophia was into jewelries. I was able to tell, like,
Like Carine was on her
into,
fashion, yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
And her
the clothing
pants
and
was
the
like,
pieces.
yo, fire. The color combinations, that's the shit I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Because
Word.
I'm into fashion, so I could gravitate towards that. And Sophia, your jewelries, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's definitely an enhancement to, the style, you know what I'm
Right?
saying, to clothing, you
That's
know?
how
So
I
it's
feel.
definitely what we need, you know? So with that being said, Swizz, what we
Word.
talking about today, bro?
Today's episode is about creating art and fashion. Today's topic, creating art and fashion.
That's right.
Okay, that's why we have you guys here. That's why we're here. We care a lot about this fashion piece, so
It's
we're gonna
important.
get into the details of what's really, really good. So let me start with Carine right there today. So you have your brand. What's the name of your brand again?
Velmont.
Velmont.
Yes.
Velmont.
Fire.
Yes.
Oh man, what
Fire.
inspired that?
Okay.
Velmont, the
Yeah.
name. That's really funny, actually. But so the brand started with two people. It was a friend of mine, and that's why I said I could relate to your story a little bit. But I've been making clothes since I was a teenager, and I had a streetwear brand when I was a kid. And I kind of tailored away from that. I wanted to do different designs. I didn't want to only make streetwear clothing, so a friend of mine came to me and he was like, you know, I see you're going into like more high fashion. I want to be a part of that. And so Velmont is both of our names. However, he quit very early on too. It was like fashion designing is not easy. It's something that is a lot of things that go into it that people don't take into consideration. Like, you could like clothes, but it's still a business. You still have to know how much you're spending and things like that. So it became too much for him very quick. And he also was like into his work and what he did, his career. So we were friends too. I didn't want our friendship to kind of be dissolved over the brand. So he quit the brand, and I told him that I thought that was the best thing for him to do because I had already started a brand before, so I've seen that before, and but I kept the name because, for one, I created the name. So he changed his name too, so that was great. He actually ended up changing his last name.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
I kept the name.
Good for you.
And now it's just a part of the story about continuing and believing in something that you started and not giving up on that. Exactly, it's a journey, and so that's what the name means now.
How long have you had your brand now?
I started the process in 2016.
2016.
Yep. That's when I started the name, logo, and just putting everything together.
Just putting everything together. Okay, that's fire.
Damn, that's deep.
That's fire.
Deep.
From mine,
That's
yeah.
deep.
Thank you.
How about you, Soph? What's good?
So I started designing and making my pieces a couple years ago. I'm originally a musician, went to music school, did the whole nine, everything. I'm a singer and a writer, but I also always loved fashion, but being a plus size woman, I never felt like I could actually have access to fashion. And even now, to be honest, in this day, in 2022,
I mean,
people gotta do better, but it's okay. But jewelry and accessories were kind of the way that I could express myself outwardly with having a different vibe and not having to,
That's fire.
you know what I mean? It's
Passion,
like,
that's what I'm talking about.
The
it's a way
accessories
to.
and that,
My aunt actually was like this amazing woman, and she was just so cool. She passed away a couple years ago, but she was like the dopest human being ever. And when I was a little kid, she was like, you can still do this, just like find something that works for you. And so I wanted to find something super personal.
That's good advice.
You know what I mean?
What?
She was amazing.
That is dope, man.
And then my family, so my dad is from Morocco, my mom is from America, but so I didn't grow up with my dad or his family. They've been there.
And I'm sorry,
Please.
isn't Morocco in Africa?
Of course.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it is.
We're amongst family.
I'm sorry. I knew that.
Of course, okay. This is how I do that.
North Africa.
Yeah, exactly. So my whole family is there. But I didn't grow up there. I grew up here in New York. So I always felt this like huge void of understanding myself. None of my family here does not look like me. Mixed kids problems. But it's like, it was this whole thing of not really understanding myself. So then when I turned 20, I finally went. I spent a couple weeks traveling and meeting my family and everything. And it was just the craziest experience ever to finally see people who looked like me and understand my culture and eat my food and everything.
So you went when you were 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now for the past almost 10 years, I've been going back and forth every year. But the craziest thing, which I was like, how come nobody ever told me? My grandmother had traditional tribal tattoos on her face and on her whole body. Wow. And I was like,
wow.
Y'all just not gonna tell me that this is the dopest thing ever?
Word.
And so I start immersing myself in my culture and in her culture and in my learning about my ancestors. Say it again?
Would you get a tribal tattoo?
I have them. So I started getting them.
Shit.
Totally did. And then I was kind of in addition, I started getting them then when I was 20. I was like, no, this is a part of myself that I didn't understand. ever, and you kind of feel like,
No, it makes sense.
I'm sure in every way somebody feels this way, but when you're like so polarized, it's hard to feel like you belong. And so this, I was like, there has to be something here.
Right.
So I started designing jewelry based off of my ancestry, my ethnic background, and pretty much just inspired by my grandmother's tattoos.
I was gonna ask you that too. Like, what inspires your brand now? Being that you're from Africa, pretty much.
Yeah. So they're all pieces.
Your Moroccan.
They're pretty much
heritage.
all. A lot of Berber art has gone into them. I'm sure you guys see, like, it's such an interesting thing. There's a lot of like oxymoronic traits to it because Arab art is so intricate and very like straight lines, but then they're all handmade, so there's this really interesting kind of give and take with them being so intricate but then all being handmade. So I really wanted to make sure that my pieces are all like, I'm very basic with my process of making. I literally make everything just by hand at home. I don't use any machines or anything.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna get into that because like I really want to know, like, for both of you, you know, this is a question for both of you. Like, I want to know what it is like your daily creation. Like, you know, when you want to embargain like a creation, like you want to, you know, create an art, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that process like? Because as an artist myself.
Then again, they can't give out their whole sauce and tell us.
It's not necessarily. I mean, you know,
they can't give us the whole
all the secrets, all the sauce and the secrets.
No, I'm not saying like you gotta.
I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is like the process, like, you know, like for myself, right? Like, I just wake up in the morning, just depending on how I feel. You get what I'm saying? Comes how I dress. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, the first thing is, once I dress good, I feel good. That's my art. You get what I'm saying? And from there, once I start feeling good, that's when that creative mindset starts coming. Once I just sit idle, it's like, okay, cool. I start saying shit like pieces and just putting shit in my head, and it's just that's my process for me. I might have to smoke, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be.
Smoke a little shit.
And it's really crazy that sometimes what I really came to realization, what kind of fuels that drive as well. I mean, this is a hobby for me, but you know, when it's a hobby, you tend to sometimes be chill or relaxed. But what really fuels this shit for me sometimes is just knowing, like, you gotta work out here in the real world, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to work. I want to make a name for myself.
Totally.
I will make a name for myself.
You will, bro.
And we were just talking about that, saying like it's so challenging. You were saying like you have to just keep going. There's no other answer.
You have to.
You have to just keep going.
And it's for yourself you're doing it for. You know
what I mean?
It's
like,
There's no other option. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
And you're killing it. You're killing it.
What else are you doing, really?
Exactly.
Like, you know, life is not that complicated, but you know, you do what you love.
I'm saying, even when you get to the top still, you get moments where you accomplish that goal that you set for yourself.
Totally.
And it's gonna be like, what's next now? Where do I go from here? Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Totally.
That's the whole
Do
point
you
of being
ever
out here, man.
do you ever feel like, sometimes I'm almost afraid of that, where it's like, I don't want to keep saying what's next.
Yeah.
Also, you know, sometimes it's like, then you also have, there's no real goal. You're kind of just going and going.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
I feel like it's just the way life works.
It becomes like I don't know.
It might never want to stop.
Of success.
I'm saying you either have the hunger or you don't.
Yeah.
You gotta just keep the hunger, like something new, search for something else. Whenever you're feeling like that, try to break your routine. Find something else. Life is a crazy place, man. You can have an immense amount of fucking experiences occurring in different places. All you have to do is take yourself out of this situation, put yourself somewhere else. See what the fuck luck happens.
That's a good
Absolutely.
point. Absolutely.
I mean, keep it a buck.
Absolutely.
Let's be realistic.
If you really
it's
think.
easier said than done.
Absolutely.
True, it is
And
easier
it's-
said
it's-
than done.
It's different for, different shoes.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, different shoes. It might not be easy for some people to just like
To just snap out of it.
snap out of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's
facts.
just like it's
Totally.
what they got to do.
It's a
You know what
good
I'm
point,
saying?
like
So-
what you were saying, how it's day to day. As artists, we all are artists. It's like
Right.
you really do. There is this element of just
My shit is pressure.
yeah, exactly, of improvising, right? Like we're improvisers. We have to get
Absolutely.
up and understand, and especially I feel grateful because I had like a freelance artist background, but.
Okay.
Doing freelance art, which is not even, but it feels like it.
Right.
It's kind of the
right,
same
Right. That's pretty much
lifestyle. Understanding, getting up every single day, like having a schedule, I'm a Virgo, so I give myself the craziest deadlines.
Okay.
And then that helps me. But it is like, or at least going back to what you were asking, a part of our processes.
Right.
I design everything and then kind of make like in little bursts.
Okay.
And then you go over to the business part, you kind of do have to separate the two, the business and the creative, and try to understand how to put everything together.
All facts.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, right? Like you very much so have to be like
I think
The business
that's a
guy
part of every
and the
brain
creative guy.
crazy.
Yeah, that's a
right?
part of
All
every
in one
creative's
go.
journey. Like you
Crazy,
just creating
man.
for a while, and then you realize, like, wait a minute, like
So
I need
Totally.
to figure out the
I
business.
understand how some people go crazy off this
Absolutely.
shit, man.
Yeah.
Like what? My mind is in 20 different places at once right now.
Yeah.
And doing a lot. Doing a lot.
How can I
can't
focus?
imagine.
Like I'm doing
I'm
this
an
while trying to do
overthinker
this
too,
at the
you
same
know what
time.
I'm saying?
It's
I'm saying
crazy.
it's the same, man. But it's like just gotta keep focused though. Try to get to your shit. That's dope, man. Creative process. What is Carine's creative process when it comes to your brand? How does this work?
So my creative process is very erratic.
Right. Okay.
Sometimes it is very focused on literature. I read a lot. So sometimes when I'm reading, I'll recreate things. It's always about recreation, seeing things and recreating them. But a lot of like my last project, which was I did a project called King's Theory last year, and that was based off a book I read, Destruction of Black Civilization, right? And I read this book. It just gave me a lot of insight into kings, African kings, ancient history, things like that. And I wanted to, and it's funny because we're all African in this
I was
room,
gonna say that's
really.
Right.
So that's great. That's a great vibe.
great.
My family's from Cape Verde, right? So I'm always
That's
into
lit.
African culture and sharing that knowledge, right? So when I learned a lot more about the Egyptian culture and what the kings did in those centuries, I wanted to expand that knowledge. An important thing about my brand is sometimes I get way too deep with my brand, like way too
that's
deep. But
It'd be like
I'm always trying to expand information and knowledge with people, and through the
Right.
clothes, I do that. I love getting dressed. Our people love getting dressed. We love the show, so
That's right.
I love to get dressed, and that's gonna be what gets your attention. But I want there to be something with the clothes, and
Right.
that's where the story comes in.
Conversation.
In the conversation. So
Right.
my project last year was on that. And those are the things that inspire me, really. My culture, information and knowledge, and sharing that with other people and trying to teach them things that may inspire them. So that's really, it all circles back, and I just start from the beginning all over again and just try to share something new.
That's amazing.
Man, you guys are dope, man.
That's some shit, bro. That's fire, man. Coming through. Coming
like
through.
that one for
Okay,
y'all.
so what would you say are your goals? Which I know goals is like, what goals? Where do you see your brand going, like 4 or 5 years from now?
I definitely want.
Yo, wisdom. Can you pass that lighter?
Yes.
The lighter.
Yeah,
lighter.
please.
You can pass that too, but just the lighter first. The lighter first.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Can you
I'm
pass that lighter? Fashun&Tings.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this though.
I bet.
Hey.
Oh my God.
I definitely want, I guess this is a very well curated group because y'all understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Shout out to y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the same. Like, I really think that, this is fire lighter, damn.
Thank you.
I feel like there's a huge void in African culture, at least in America. And for me, I think that like trying to introduce my culture, exactly, like I try to study as much ancient culture as I can, and understanding that like there is a need to kind of go backwards and de-learn all of these like rigid, whatever, societal things that we've like put on ourselves, and pressure to look a certain way and pressure to dress a certain way. And so for me, I want so badly to kind of take my brand into a platform that can also teach that in a way and help people understand that like you can find meaning. My pieces are very organic and can also be reinterpreted, which is kind of the coolest thing. Like I leave a lot of room for interpretation. I might have a meaning for some random specific symbol or whatnot, but I leave a lot of room for you to be like, whoa, I love this piece. I have no idea why, but I like it and it speaks to me. That's your piece. You know what I mean? It's like, then that, whatever, something is drawn to you, and that's how I think we should be. And without like, there's a lot of herd mentality. There's a lot of like, you know what I mean? It's just like very annoying. I understand it, but sometimes you're like, damn, like you should like something because you like it, not because somebody's saying like, this is a dope brand, like, go for it.
Dope brand, right.
So I feel like, I'm just trying to.
And
I feel like that's what this is too.
It's so beautiful. What I like, just this energy. Like, there's no, like, all jokes aside, I don't really be on that energy shit. Like, keep it above.
I be on that energy shit. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm a big
I don't believe it, but I feel it.
What I'm trying to get at is, like, what I pick point from both of you is just like, which is as an artist, it's just like, which is, I don't see no selfishness. You're here to inspire.
Thank you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys are here to inspire and pass confidence as well.
Absolutely.
And I really appreciate that, you know, and I just want to, give you guys your flowers. You know,
I like it from North Carolina,
this is a
bro.
dope,
Definitely.
like,
You guys are dope.
room right now. Yeah.
That's right.
I love you.
And I'll even say too, like, you don't find often, like, for example, like, we got here today and we all like started to like, yo, like, I really dig what you have on, or whatever it is, like giving each other love, right?
Right.
And without knowing each other, without anything.
Seriously.
Even the respect before we got here was there.
Right.
And I think that that's something that I wish I felt more often. And that's why when we got here, I think that's why the love was automatic.
Right, automatic,
because,
man. That's right.
It's rare that you even get people that's like-minded like this, but still can show each other respect.
Of
and
course.
just learn and just chill,
It's rare,
and
though.
really hang out. So I think like
Appreciate
that's
you guys for
special,
coming,
man. Like that's something for real. Like that's why you like, yo, I feel that energy because it's there.
No, that was really nice. Yeah, no,
You hear
seriously.
the kind of words that's being passed around.
That's
Moyo
right.
said the same thing, man. And I was like, nah, he's gassing us, bro. Like, this is our Brody show. Why the fuck not? But nah, that's love, man. Appreciate.
And two men too. So and two
Seriously.
women. So very,
Right?
very. That's
Out
what's
here.
up right there.
Out here, it's love, man. We show the brands, man, like heard.
If you guys don't take nothing out of this, like, it's really not much we could say. You know what I'm saying? We out here trying to inspire before we expire.
What do you like that, dude? Like that. For me, you like that guy.
This guy just sent out. Like,
That's dope. No, it's like, literally, we were
That's
just saying, or we were talking earlier, it is like sometimes you actually just need a reminder. Sometimes like, Actually,
For sure.
this is fucking dope.
I have my days where I feel like I'm alone in this Fashun&Tings and things are not going my way. Like, yo, why?
You have some days.
And you have your friends around you who are all the same shit. You're like,
You gotta do this. Yeah,
yo, it feels better,
for real,
man.
which is why y'all are dope. For
It feels
just,
great.
Like,
It
I'm
feels
in my
great.
own lane.
And we all coming from like different parts of the world,
Totally.
and just
Different
different
parts.
backgrounds, and like.
I'm saying, he say he's from Nigeria, but he's really from North Carolina. It's
yeah,
crazy, man.
that's crazy. And that
crazy.
must be a totally
Like, this is-
different vibe.
He's a goof. He's just trying to be funny. He's just trying to do some funny shit like some country shit, you know what I'm
Oh gosh.
saying? Like motherfucker Michael
But I'm
Jordan
from Lagos.
North
I'm from
Carolina.
Lagos, Nigeria.
The baby
I was
from
born in
North Carolina?
Surrey, born and raised in Surrey. Get me out here. Been in New York for a little
You
bit
was
now.
born in
How long
Nigeria?
here?
Born and raised in
born
Nigeria.
and raised
In Nigeria.
Lagos, yes.
I'm saying I came
My full
When
here in
did you
2010.
come here?
2010.
Wow.
Oh my god, but you've been
Recent.
here from 2010?
2026.
Since 2010 till 2022.
That's a minute though.
It's a minute exactly.
In New York the whole
So
time.
I am a little bit of both now.
But I don't blame it because
They say that you're a New Yorker after you've been here for 10 years, so.
Right.
Wow.
So I think
you're a New
definitely.
Yorker.
But no,
New
not in
Yorker
this
now.
case, because Lagos is kind of like
Lagos
sorta
is
like New
just
York.
like
It's
this,
No,
not
of
man.
course.
really like
It's the
I'm
same
totally
shit. I
joking.
can't even hold you. So I'm saying I gotta come out to Lagos.
I'm scared to
man.
go to Nigeria.
What?
Why?
Yo, it's crazy.
Depends on who you
African,
with.
and I know.
Crap, bro.
What?
I'm not going to Nigeria unless somebody take me. If someone
Nah.
takes me, I'll go.
Really?
Yeah, so,
I'll
okay,
take you.
I
Listen.
might-
Yeah,
pull up.
if you take
I'll
me,
take you.
I will
Let's
go
go.
to Nigeria. And
I'm
I'll
saying
take you
off
to
the
Cape
rip,
Verde.
jollof rice.
I
at
want to
the
go to
airport.
Cape Verde.
Come to Cape Verde
Like-
and I'll
Hell
take you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take me to Nigeria.
Field trip.
Bet.
Next
Energy.
podcast, we'll
Bet.
do just like jump around to
Yo,
each
let's
one.
do
Next
Let's do
podcast. We,
Get
Like,
me.
we actually
Coming
showed, hey
through.
guys, hey, remember episode
That would be
8?
fire.
We talked about this shit.
We'll
Yeah.
just get a
It's
little
actually
Shit.
happening, you right?
December.
No, y'all gotta
December.
come out to
December,
Nigeria,
Christmas
man.
is always great.
You already know.
know.
You already know. December in Africa.
Stand by
is
and
It's
leave.
all
crazy.
about planning,
No
man.
facts.
Go Ghana after that.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yep.
Ghana
Yeah,
too, man.
exactly.
Jump,
I'm
yeah.
saying
Can start
all
in
the
Morocco.
things.
How do you guys feel? Have you been to Africa recently?
So it's crazy since I moved here, I haven't been back.
Okay.
I
Wow.
was there last year. Though.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
going
to.
back this December.
Fire.
I like if I don't go to Africa for 2 years, I start switching a little
Oh,
bit. I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm like,
That's a fact.
Listen.
It is
it's
a
like I'm like I gotta
different-
go home. Like
I don't think
ugh.
people
like that.
understand the difference. I truly don't. Like, I guess if you're
You
not
gotta go out
African,
there
but
to really feel it, man.
Hell yes.
You gotta be out
Oh,
there.
oh yeah, damn.
I'm
Niggas
like-
bugging, like,
I feel much. Yeah.
you know,
I
I'm
just
high,
need the
I was
lighter.
just-
But that's cool too.
Nah, that's the backwood. You gotta hit that.
That's what yeah.
No, I really feel like people don't
You got it.
understand how calming it is. I feel less anxious when I'm home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I swear, I get very. I don't know if it's New York or something, but I'm like a little type A. I'm a little.
Really? You get
like,
anxious there?
No, I'm saying I get anxious here, and then in Morocco, I'm like calm.
I
And it's
wanna
the
go.
weirdest thing. You're like, I just feel super calm, super zen.
Morocco is definitely like one of the
wanna
top
go.
places on my
It's
where I
it's
want to visit.
I mean, I'm super
Morocco.
biased, obviously, but it's amazing.
Wow. I wanna
I like
go
bread,
there.
so I like them bread.
That's what I'm
Moroccan bread.
saying.
You sound like
Bro, the bread. No, I swear to God, the bread.
I
The
like
bread and
bread
the
too.
tea.
Yeah.
I love bread.
Go have
Oh,
some
no, I'd rather
tea,
eggs than
some
bread, man.
No, I'm serious though.
I love bread. And
It's
the
really
tea.
true though.
Yeah, man.
And the
I
tea
really be
coming
like,
down.
okay.
Some shit gotta feel
The
Gotta go
breakfast.
Morocco, man.
So
Soft, man.
how long have you guys been in fashion though?
Jeez, that's a great
wanna go
question.
I'll go
You go first. You
Alright,
go
so-
first.
Want the
Man,
blunt for this
so-
one?
Sorry, I'm
I think
like,
you guys need a blunt for this one.
Yeah, like
I'm
so.
dying.
So, with the whole fashion thing, right?
Give me that. Give me that.
It's been like growing up, right, in Africa and Nigeria, for instance, you know, seeing my father, uncles, and mom and siblings, you know, into fashion. So it's like that kind of grew into me. You get what I'm saying? But really, what I had said this in episode 1, like really what got me into fashion was when I moved out here. I went to school on the South Side, and this was 2006. Like, I went to school in like a predominantly black school. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it was all about fashion. And my parents weren't really like big on like, you know, buying you $100 pair of shoes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you were getting no A's or some shit. I mean, I was a smart kid, but you know, I just never had that opportunity. So I had to improvise. Like, I had to stand out my way. So that started like with me going home, trying to outfit before I, you know, like right when I get home, I'm gonna try my outfit for the next day, look in the mirror. If I have to like reconstruct, like take some shit apart, hand sew, I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like back in 06, like literally, I would take out jean jacket when jean jacket started being a shit. Like I would literally take a whole jean jacket apart, like the sleeves.
Damn.
Right? And then I glued it, well, and I had like, not glued.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
So like I had like a white t-shirt, like a Hanes white t-shirt. I cut the sleeves and then I hand sewed the sleeves of the jean jacket. Man, that shit was fire. And at the time, because I was going to like, nigga, at the time, nigga, slow down.
Nigga, at the time, for what I picture in my mind right now, I don't know, man.
Like, I just cut myself. I just agreed with you.
Did you still have it?
No, like, this was like 06.
I know.
You should still have it, bro.
You gotta keep the archive.
I want to see this.
It wasn't really like, it was dope. I might have a picture somewhere on Facebook.
On the denim.
I'm gonna look it up.
How Facebook tell you 10 years ago.
That's right.
If you still have it. All right.
That's how I started, you know, getting into fashion, taking pictures and shit like that. And people just like, hey, you need a model. And I'm like, I'm not really a model. I don't want to be a model because models, they get told what to do and shit like that. I like to free flow, you know what I'm saying? So, as much as a lot of people kept on telling me that, I'm like, okay, maybe this is really my thing. And I just, you know, that's how I found my love for fashion.
Jeez.
And it became my passion.
Energy. But let me not bust your head in. I was born into fashion.
You came out with designer.
When I came out, I had my freaking do-rag and shit.
Oh, word.
With my hat to the back.
Yeah.
Like, what's good, bro?
Yeah.
Damn.
In Nigeria.
Doctor, they look at
In Nigeria, though.
Doctor, they look at I said, what's good, bro?
I don't think so.
I came out jiggy as fuck, bro. That's my way to know.
I can imagine.
Are you mad?
Are you
mad? Came out the shit, but now I'm playing. So, my whole journey in New York was like, I think my fashion was trash for a while. I used to get like shit from like Vim, VIM, and like, I would say Jimmy Jazz has some cool shit, but they also have like some
Jimmy Jazz, I ain't shopped.
Jimmy, this is the places. This is the spot in the Zaga. If you go to the hood, are you dumb? You got some Jimmy Jazz Polo Ralph Lauren. Are you dumb?
You heard of City Trends before?
Oh my gosh.
You heard of City Trends?
Back in the day, yo.
What? City Trends?
Yep.
Back
in the day.
Nah,
not City Trends though.
What's City Trends?
That's some hood shit.
There's some hood shit too. I'm saying, so those are the spots I used to shop. I think when I started hanging out in Soho.
That's the Southern Jimmy Jazz.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No cap.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the Southern Jimmy Jazz.
I gotta check that shit. What's some shit? They be having some flea though, so I can't even hold you. But I started hanging out in Soho and shit, and I'm seeing different styles. I think one of the craziest fits I saw in Soho, and I'm like, I need to be on my shit. Was this dude like the Raf Simon fucking the fur boots and shit? It was mad fur and shit. This guy had a fur coat on, busting with some fucking Louis Vuitton shades. I'm like, where is this guy going? Like, what is going on here, Soho? Like the fuck? Like people really on their shit. I'm like, all right, bet. So I started like just getting more into that shit from there.
Right.
This is like 2013, 2012.
Yeah.
I think that's when I really started paying more to like brands and all them things. And, like try to see what a Louis Vuitton is, a freaking what you call it. Bottegas hadn't come out at the time even. But just try to like pay more attention to like the luxury brands.
Fire.
Think around like 2012, 2013.
Fire.
But it's been a minute, man. But working in fashion altogether, I think, like he said, man, we we didn't really consider ourselves as models at the time. Niggas was just chilling. Like every day we'll hang out, we'll take pictures and shit and chill. This is day to day, man. People would see it online and be like, yo, fire, how about you rock these joints? And here's our brands and shit. We'll pay you for it. Post up. I'm like, okay. Say less.
Awesome.
I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. What I do. What works for you works. What's for you is for you. I give a secret. I don't give a damn. But what I'm trying to say is, try waking up in the morning. Like, I know most people are not running. Like for me, I wake up in the morning, even though I don't have no plans. I take a shower and get fly.
Facts.
In the crib.
Facts.
And get high.
then the everything is gonna come.
Hits.
It's gonna come.
Everything works.
It's gonna come.
Man. Everything's
It's gonna
connected.
come.
Sure. Sometimes, like for me, like I think of some of my best ideas like overnight.
Yo, I'm a night
Oh, word?
owl.
Damn, I be going to sleep
Too.
early.
Really?
Yeah, I go to
That's
sleep early.
good.
Yeah, like sometimes
up.
I don't go to sleep or whatever. Like I just won't go to sleep some nights,
Yo.
and then those nights I truly come up with some of the
That's
best
such
things.
like
That's a
that's such
thinking
like an
mind.
artist thing.
Yeah.
Damn,
Man.
I wish I was a night person.
No,
Night owl.
because then you got responsibility. I have a dog. I'm like, I gotta get up.
What kind of dog you got?
I have a little black French bulldog Boston Terrier.
Oh my God, can I?
She's my little baby.
Yeah.
Oh damn, I
Yeah.
thought you was about to say, oh, she's my something else. I could have.
Oh God. No. What were you gonna say?
I want a pug though.
Yeah,
I
hell
want a
yeah.
pug or a French bulldog. But I think I'm about to get a bully.
Fuck yeah.
You're not getting
I
no
want a
bully,
bulldog. I mean, or a pit bull next.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She needs
I had a pit
a
bull.
sibling.
Oh,
Yeah?
man.
I had a
was the
Doberman that I
best.
loved.
We have a dog, bro. I'll have Stub come to your house, bro.
You
Yeah.
have a dog.
Bullies are small. They pit bulls, right?
Yeah,
But they
hell
look
yeah.
like they look like French bulldogs.
And they
Yep.
expensive as
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Baby
But I
crazy.
got
Expensive how?
They fat though.
I got
Yeah,
like
hell
5K.
yeah.
They're like little fat
No,
little dogs.
sometimes you're like,
Oh, really?
okay.
But
Yeah,
I got
the
it
bullies.
there for like 2.
Really?
They're like fat
Really?
little dogs.
Yeah, 2.5.
Little chunky
Yeah.
dogs.
From who? Okay, anyway.
I mean, he's still one of them out in North
I'm
Carolina
dying.
still.
That's dope. I feel like, how do you guys feel about fashion right now? Because I feel like we're in this like a vortex
Okay,
of a
so
lot of different things happening.
let me answer that. Okay.
Please.
Okay, this is my intake. How do I feel in fashion right now? I feel like fashion is lost right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Not, I don't know about
Meaning,
lost, but
like, I mean,
Okay.
not for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because, you know, the shit is found definitely. But I'm saying, like,
Lost how?
in the world, from what I see. Because
Okay.
it's like, I don't see originality when I look at fashion out there because I see a lot of mimicking and copying and shit like that. So, yeah, that's how I really feel about fashion. And I'm here to bring that confidence and, you know, break that barrier or whatever the case
Only
may
you
be.
just won't
and
get it.
have, you know, yeah.
That's crazy.
This guy.
That's insane, man. I'm not.
What's your intake? What's your intake on?
Oh, Fasha.
Yeah.
They're fucking up, man. Of course they're fucking up, man. Till I see more big guys in media and doing
That's
all these
what I'm
campaigns and
saying.
shit. Of course they're fucking up, bro. I've been complaining about it forever, and I will never stop.
as you should.
I will never stop. Because I'm a big ass dude. I feel like I deserve to have more
Nigga,
options.
you ain't much bigger than me. Man.
Get out of here, man. Jesus, what's going on here? You come on, G. Don't even, I ain't coming. Oh, shit, yeah? He's like, let me come up off this jacket, right? Yeah? He's like, all right here. You're not that, I'm not that much bigger than you. You're right. You're right.
But
that's-
there is like a line. I feel that way. I feel like I don't have.
I'm saying we need more
I can't
sizes,
walk
bigger
into a
sizes,
Prada
and
store and say, "Oh, I'll
actually
take
comfortable
this dress."
shit.
I can't walk
Feel
into
me?
Louis Vuitton and say, "Oh,
It's
I'll take
messed
this
up,
off
man.
the." I
And it
can't do
takes
that.
nothing
No,
to
hell
increase
no.
the sizes. It takes
Exactly.
nothing. You already have this
I could
material.
never walk,
All you
like,
have to do is cater to us.
Into a random store and be like, "Oh, just
There's
take
more
an
win
outfit."
than loss in that.
Crazy.
I'm just saying, this is where I feel about fashion right now. But everything else, just like some designs now,
Yeah.
in this our time, they're like, I've never seen in my life before. I never thought the way Kanye makes sneakers would ever be a thing.
Isn't that
So I
crazy?
think it's been very interesting.
I love it.
I really like it. I'm like,
It's
so
cool.
a hit or miss for me.
Totally.
But I'm still like,
Yeah.
the overall idea, I love where it's going. I'm like, I could never have imagined we'll have sneakers and like footwear, the way things are coming out.
Like
cool shit.
Like designers like Ye, like Yeezys, like Rick Owens, like
Raps and shit.
I just love
Totally.
Those guys are onto
Love
something.
that.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like the best designers, including us, like I make pieces that I want or that I need, and the best, like Kanye is the best example. Rick is the best example. Those people are like, I did not see something that I like. I'ma make it then.
Right.
And they wear their shit every single day. Kanye's on his Balenciaga right now, but you know, he was like. I think that there's something special about saying, I love this,
Right.
and I want to wake up and wear these every day. Those are the dopest designers, I think.
Those guys are doing their thing.
And they
man.
stuck
Just
to,
stay-
you know what I mean? Like they
see
haven't
what
changed.
they-
They've only
Right.
evolved. They haven't like pivoted.
Of course
in
not,
these
man. You
crazy
can tell when
ways.
shit is original off the rip.
Totally.
Off the rip, man.
Yo,
That's
niggas
what
is
he's
trying to do shit
man.
that's here to stay, you know
Feel
what I'm
me.
saying? Stay.
Totally.
Keep that shit on there.
Longevity.
Yeah, big love, man.
That's
Shit was
awesome.
cool
As a
shit.
designer, I'm just listening to y'all.
Now, quick
I'm just
question,
taking
right?
it in like, all right.
Carine, what would you say you would look for in a photo shoot or in a photographer, when it comes to your brand?
So for me, like when I look for a photographer, I think one of the main things that actually, I'll tell you what pisses me off, because then that lets me know what I want.
Okay.
But I hate when they don't have ideas. It makes like, I can come with ideas all day, but if the photographer doesn't have a creative mind of his own, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Preach.
So I really like to work with photographers that have an idea, so that when I tell them this is what I want, this is what I want to do, they're like, all right, this is how we're gonna make it better. I love to work with people that understand that we all here to like make this the best thing that we can make. So when I'm working with a photographer, that's really
with
what
the
I'm
energy.
looking for. Yeah, I really want you to like come with as much
with
as
the
I'm coming
things.
with.
Word
Yeah.
too, like you just over here like, oh yeah, so what you gonna show? Okay, let me try you. What angle do you want? Like, yeah, come with the energy. Like, come on, give me ideas, give me something.
Yeah,
I feel that.
cause
Okay.
like sometimes like I'll say, you know, this is the location I want. This is the idea I have, and I used to be a photographer too. So like sometimes I just feel like anybody could come take this picture. Anybody could grab a camera and come take exactly what I said to take. But I need somebody that also has creativity, so that even though I said this is what I want, you're like, all right, I hear you, but I'm gonna add this to even make it better. And I'm like, go ahead, do that. Like, I want you to do that. And even the model, I want my model to bring whatever you coming with. Like, that's why I want you here, cause I like what you do. Even you, like, I love what you do. Like,
Love.
yeah, I love what you do,
Love.
and that's why I'm here today. Like, because it's like a recognition of like, damn, I love his energy, even through the picture. I love what he's bringing to the table and something different.
Thank you.
And when I see that, and I'm like, all right, I want to be a part of that, or I want to bring what I have to the table.
energy.
And like that's why it's like, all right, like once you see somebody who it brings it, y'all could bounce back and forth with each other. It's like, damn, that's what's up.
Right.
Like,
Feel me.
because sometimes you meet up with people and y'all not on the same page at all.
Really
Like,
not.
you're like,
You just stare
damn,
at each other like, gosh.
came all the way over here and I'm doing all this, and brought my equipment, all that.
Feel
And
me?
you're not even on the same
Bags of
page. You late,
clothes.
you
Like-
this, you like, oh man. So it's a lot of work. So
Okay. So we need somebody who will bring the energy.
yeah.
Come correct.
Overall,
Takes. Come
yeah.
correct with the takes.
Say
Overall,
less.
I can dig it. Okay, how about you, so?
I struggle with letting go of control sometimes. So
Ooh.
I know I'm I'm like
Yeah.
little
On control.
No,
On the take
I
control.
feel
On the
like
take.
exactly we were saying with you losing your partner, not losing, still alive hopefully, but I have done most of the photography. Also, jewelry is a little tricky, so it's kind of understanding like how does a buyer, how does a store, how does somebody who's just shopping and wanting to get a piece, how do they see both the piece itself, but then also like the vibe and the look and how you compare it and how everything goes with each other. So I've done the majority of my photography, but
Really?
then if I've also
That's fire.
yeah, which is kind of fun. I shoot on film, so
Fire.
it's like
Fire.
super easy. I studied again, super artsy, nerdy, but it's like really fun. But if I've started modeling the pieces, then that's a trippy thing of being like, okay, you have to trust
Trust the
trust the
models.
photographer, trust the vibe.
It's all right
trust
to wear your own
everything.
pieces. I feel like, of course,
Yeah.
you should be proud to rock your shit and
Yeah,
model
thank
it.
you.
Of course.
No, exactly. But it's the same thing. I haven't I think it would be super dope to totally let go and be able to have somebody come in and with the same energy.
And bring the same energy.
Yeah.
But there's also nobody knows
have to
your
be
stuff like you
trusted.
do. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
they're like my babies. So that's how my process has been. But even having models, I've been lucky enough to have a lot of friends model for me. But I'm always wanting to expand. I also specialize. I want my pieces to be as non-genderless as possible. So I have men, women. I love shooting men and women together, which is super dope. You can see how the pieces look on different bodies.
Different bodies and shit.
And jewelry is genderless, and jewelry doesn't care about body sizes or your skin tone or what the fuck you're wearing or what your hair looks like. So it's playing around.
Fire.
Do you do custom jewelry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I just made a piece. My longtime friend and trainer is having a baby, so I just did a piece for him. Totally custom, which was really sweet.
And what's the name of yours?
Lela Sophia.
Lela Sophia.
I have can I give you guys a gift?
Oh yeah, yes.
Well, not me. It's not my gift, but I just want to see it.
You guys never know.
Like, yes,
Love
okay.
gifts over here. What?
That's a pleasure.
I don't know if they're going to
Of
open it.
course.
Love energy.
I'm
Love
you guys
gifts,
can
bro.
totally
Appreciate
pick which ones you like, but I brought you some silver.
all the things, bro.
Silver
Make
pieces.
anything like
Come with the word.
Thank you, guys.
Come with the word.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Comes with a
son.
packaging, you know.
Yeah, love that.
Love, bro.
good
That's
packaging.
crazy.
Come through.
Heard,
Just
man.
something small.
Heard. Listen for it. Fire. But yeah, welcome, guys.
Thank
I
you
mean,
guys.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
curious
we're
for
gonna
you
read
to
this
see.
later.
Okay,
so.
yeah, you don't have to read that now.
Had to do it.
One
Guys
of the
opening
first
up the
piece I
gift.
ever made, so Sophia
Radish.
also means wisdom, which wisdom.
Oh,
So
Oh.
you have a wisdom?
Yeah, it's right here. It's a wisdom
Oh
song.
shit! Oh.
What?
Gee.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
So the first
we
piece that I made, I
definitely
just made a
want-
mini one, and it's
definitely
called
gonna
the
keep-
wisdom
The wisdom.
amulet. So I brought that for
That's
you.
love, man. Yo, shout out
Works.
Snitch, bro.
Hey,
Covering
shout
us
out.
again.
Shout
Come on,
out.
G. Snitch Production, holding us down, bro. Everybody's mic'd up and stuff. All them things, making sure we're good to go. I love Tamoyo again, man. In the Bronx, bro. Uptown, baby. All them things there. Another Saturday. Fashun&Tings podcast. My guy is opening up the gift wraps as they give it to us. Things are happening here, bro. Things are occurring. I didn't even understand. Whoa, that's hard. That's hard. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Of course.
Thank you, man. That's
Oh my
love.
gosh. Of course.
Love. Thank you. Wow, energy, man. And this is another episode, creating art and fashion. We have some art here. There's art around us. And it's a beautiful day, man. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
That's
Thank you.
done.
It's only right, you know what I'm saying? I put this on right
Love,
now,
love,
you know what I'm
love.
saying?
Thank you, man.
I love silver.
That's done. No, this is hard.
We all got silver on top.
Well,
You trying to put this on?
Yeah.
Always gonna put
Put it
it
on
on.
for you.
There you go.
Thanks, guys. I think so. You don't wrap up now.
I'm at the
Preach. Oh yeah, once again, guys, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure.
Yes.
Guys, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to inspire, like I said. I hope you guys had a good time. We out here in Bronx. Once again, this your boy Big Wiz.
Your boy Swizz. Come on,
We
Jay.
out.
That's done. Fashun&Tings.
Fashun&Tings podcast.